We're going to stick the crime wall together. Now this uses a combination of Brit stick, which is paper glue, wood glue, which is clear PVA, which I'm going to be using for the string, nail scissors, craft knife, and a lot of care and attention. So to start off with, make sure you've got the right wall on the right correct facing. So 2 holes for lights, both different heights. Totally up to you if you want to use them or not. It adds a nice effect, but it's a choice whether you want a glowing fire or you want a dim light. To be honest, the candelabra creates an awful lot of light anyway, but make sure these are at the top. So you've got the hinge sections at the right hand side, top and bottom, and we're going to stick this right here. So we've got the Whitechapel map we're going to stick on, and this is the effect here, is that it's been pinned to the wall like so. And then we've got a whole collection of documents and pictures and words that we're going to stick on. So I'm just going to sort these out. And what's interesting is that, well, I think that's interesting, the documents that are being used are genuine items from a certain very famous serial killer case. And the tide has turned on that killer now, and people, it's less popular, I would say, now, because people are going, hold on a minute, there were victims, but these are actual documents for part of the case that were part of the government's drive to release information. So I'm just going to stick these down here and there all over the place. So this is quite a fun little task. You get your glue and you place a picture where you think it would be most appropriate. For the purposes of the game, as long as you use everything, it doesn't matter quite where you place things, because I didn't want there to be a prescribed element. You've just got to make sure that you use all the elements in any way or layout you want, that they're available. So I'm tending to put pictures in some form of order around the side. The pictures are genuine Victorian line drawings, and you are able to look up these documents and see these are eyewitness reports and police statements from the turn of the last century. I haven't got anything up there. That picture, quite interesting. These have been quickly cut so that I can use them for demonstration purposes on this video. You'll notice that there are some white lines that might have been nice to get rid of, but I was more concerned with showing you exactly how you might lay this out. A few more to go. So you've got your crime wall, and I don't think I've ever seen like a Victorian crime wall. That's kind of intrigued me, and I like the idea of the crime wall anyway. As previous backers will know, I used the idea of a crime wall as the basis for Full Deck, but it was one that you would build yourself, and got some amazing pictures of people making that. Looking forward to seeing if people make anything of this, anything special of this. Now I've got the text terms that I'm going to stick down. I'm going to stick them over bits, as if there's been conversations had between Holmes and Watson regarding these pictures. Female gang, written, stuck there near female. As you can see, I'm doing it quite randomly. And then the next part is really quite fun, but enormously fiddly, because we're going to be sticking on the string to connect these different sections, which, because the string is fine and the glue is wet and delicate, there's a methodology to it that you can use, but you can use the method, any method that you wish to. Really, if there's some method that you feel is better, or if you want to use a different string, you can. But the method I'm going to show you has worked for me. This is probably the 5th time I've built this. And the first time I did it, I was trying to make sure that the layout was exactly as I wanted it to be. And I realised very, very quickly that people wanted to create their own layout, which is absolutely fine, of course. So you're going to get a length of thread like this, red thread, and you need to separate out the layers. Not the layers, the different threads, sorry. And you'll find there's probably 4 or 5, and this one I've got, well, maybe a 6. Separating these out into their individual lengths. And then with a piece of scrap paper, I'm going to put a blob of the wet PVA glue. And I'm going to make a series of 6 dots around the shape. Now I'm going to do it roughly at, I imagine this is a clock. I'm going to do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I'm going to do the map as 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. And these are going to be at 2, 4, 6, need slightly more there, 6, 8, 10, 12, that's more like half 11. And then it's a case of joining the threads up. So I'm going to place this one here, push it down, using the light to help you identify where the glue dots are. There's one here.